Hello friends. Today I will explain in very simple terms that why the data lake come into the picture. Because previous of the data lake there is the data warehouse. So in the data warehouse we can store the data. So if the our purpose is already served in the data warehouse, so why we need the data lake in picture? Actually, in the data warehouse, we can store only the structured data. But real life, the data comes from the numerous sources, basically from the social media platforms, which data are not in structured format. That data may be in unstructured format, maybe in semi-structured format. So in that scenario, we need a storage where we can store the data actual its raw native format. In that scenario, the data lake come into the picture to overcome the drawbacks of the data warehouse. In data warehouse we can store any type of data. It may be structured data, it may be semi structured data, it may be unstructured data. Actually we can store the actual data in its actual raw native format. The concept comes in case of the data warehouse. First we collect data, then we transform the data into the structured format, and then we store the data into the data warehouse. But in case of data lake, the picture just opposite. First take the data and store the data, and after storing we are performing the transformation of that data. So that is the scenario where the data lake come into the picture.